Windows is back on the right monitors today. Already improved. We are heading in the right
Would
direction.
you say you're taking it to 11, Brad, to use the most tiredly overused? There it is.
Just shut it down right now. Speaking of Windows 11, I wonder if we're going to get a build this week, Paul.
You know, I'm ready. Have you? Do you use it on any actual machines?
Yeah,
I'm curious. Okay,
it's on everything. Well, it's on. I've got it on three laptops.
okay,
Yeah,
but you use it on a. Okay, so have you run into any instability, reliability problems of any kind?
Not a
'Cause
single
I've had
one.
weird. Oh, good. Okay, I've had weird File Explorer issues on multiple computers,
I mean,
and
well, I guess it depends how you define I haven't had it crash or anything like that. Like, there's weird things.
yeah, no, I
like,
have to restart Explorer. Like I have to the File Explorer windows hang. I restart Explorer, everything disappears. It does a little fun animation. The default taskbar appears, and then the other icons kind of slide in from the side, which is it's actually pretty cool looking. But
they should do the little like pendulum thing where they like bounce or whatever. You know, like you
yeah,
drop the ball
actually,
and it goes ding,
it's
ding.
somewhat similar to that. It's not quite that, but yeah, it's the beginning of that for sure. Anyway, okay. So I wonder, like, I'm not 100% sure of this, but I think my problems are always related to the same little workflow, which is something I wrote up yesterday, which is just involves multiple folders being open, copying back and forth from a NAS drive. Um, this is real old school, but obviously these are, well, maybe it's not really true. I don't know, but these are bitmap windows essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But there's anti-aliasing that occurs on the text, and the graphics have that same kind of a, I don't know what you call that when it's smoothed out looking, so it's nice. But right before the windows die, the text on all the icons and all the text in the window turns to like super old-fashioned, like Windows XP era, bitmapped,
It's like the end
fonts.
of was that Scooby-Doo? Like where the villain takes off the mask and then it's like, oh, it's somebody we recognized all along.
This is the tell, yes. I remember you, this terrible old font from 1993 or something, and then it stops working.
Mm-hmm. True colors. The other thing too that I just kind of realized as you're saying that is not in Windows 11. Maybe it'll wrap, but there's still no tabs for File Explorer.
I know, and bad news if you were hoping that was going to happen, because this is obviously a new. I hate to use the word shell because we're talking about the shell, but it's sort of a shell over File Explorer. Because you can get the old File Explorer back. Sometimes you get it back by mistake. I mean, it's a tenuous little thing right now. Yeah, this is maybe the hint that that's probably not happening, is my guess. Despite the obviousness of it, and I don't know. Wasn't the original plan of, or maybe I'm confusing it with that Starduck tool.
Mm-hmm. Sets, you thinking?
Is that the sets? Well, I was going to say the original point of it, wasn't it to add tabs to any window, or was it?
I know File Explorer was definitely in there.
Yeah, I think the Starduck tool is the one that works with every window. If you want, you could have like a Word window that has multiple tabs or something, or you could have other apps. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think just adding it to File Explorer would be fine for Windows. And I guess I don't quite understand what the problem is there. You can easily open multiple File Explorer windows. I mean, just all you have to do is make a project that has a tabbable. It doesn't seem like a big deal to me.
Power users would never use it. I'm sure that's why they would do that.
This is actually, if you want to make a complaint about Windows 11, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. This is the one where they leave power users behind. And I kind of make the argument that if you have to disenfranchise any audience, I mean, power users are the way to go, because these guys know how to get stuff done, and they'll, whatever, they'll find the utilities they need, or the reg edit hacks or whatever. But it's understandable, like one of the big complaints about Windows, the complexity of the UI and how many different paths there are to achieving the same goals, blah, 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 whatever. But man, it's like you've replaced the cockpit of a plane with a red button, And I always use the same example because it's so perfect. If you're in Windows 10, right-click the taskbar, look how many menu items there are, and then right-click the taskbar in Windows 11, there's one.
Yep.
Hope you didn't want Task Manager. Hope you didn't want to add toolbars. I don't know. Extra clicks, It's just, they're dumbing it down.
More people click the taskbar, more engagement, more.
Right. Yeah, we noticed you clicking the taskbar a lot. Should we put an ad there?
take that back.
Mm-hmm.
Take it back right now.
In fact, erase that before anyone hears it.
Although it does say there is an update available for this thing. What is it? What does it want to install? Probably Defender. Maybe it's Surface System.
Oh, see, I just checked this morning because I was wondering if Windows 11 was going to get that print nightmare or whatever it's called fixed, but I didn't see it. So.
Yeah, printers ruining productivity and your environment all in one convenient dumb package.
Yeah.
So if
your favorite legacy technology.
If you understood what Paul just said, there's a patch out for it's literally the bug or 0 days called Print Nightmare because it's a printing nightmare and all printers are nightmares. And
isn't that the code name of HP's printer business? Print Nightmare? No, okay, too much.
I don't know. It's not a nightmare for them because they sell the ink at God knows how much.
It's a pretty good business.
Yeah,
too.
It's like over there. I think it's code name Printing Money.
Of the company, I believe. Yeah.
I mean anyway. So there's a Surface System update, but that's all I see. So I don't know. We'll see if we get it built. We don't really know how quickly Microsoft's going to be shoving these things out.
Yeah, but they also had a week off. I mean, if they follow the usual path, honestly, one of these things should be out every, well, they usually do it on the same day, so it'd be like once a week.
Yeah, it would have been.
I think, I know they can skip weeks, but I mean, this is the time.
Yeah. So we'll find out, I guess, today or something. Not too much else is happening. I
know it's been nicely quiet after a tumultuous 2 weeks.
Yeah, the Office visual whatever ribbon refresh. I was trying to enunciate there. Is rolling out. You may or may not have it.
I do not, and I keep testing, and I keep getting mad at Office. I just, if you explicitly look, send it.
Yeah, the thing is like once you get it, you realize it's like really all they did was took the existing ribbon and just chopped 45s off of all of the edges.
Yeah, but see, now you're just describing what they did to the UX in Windows 11. But, why do you have to be a jerk about it? It is, I mean, to be fair to Microsoft, it's a visual refresh, right? Not a gigantic version update or whatever you want to call it.
It makes it match the OS a little bit better.
Yeah, so that's all we're looking for. That's good.
Yeah. Things that are not good, I guess, depending on which side of the coin you're on or the cloud you're on. The Pentagon has canceled the $10 billion Jedi contract, and I think they're going to end up just splitting it out to multiple companies, which is
I've always thought
makes sense.
That's what they should do. Yeah, you don't. Something this important, you should never rely on one provider. In fact, the requirement should be interoperability, so that if there's an availability issue on Amazon or vice versa, they can switch back and forth, as needed, or load balance as needed, whatever you want to call it. But, yeah, well, it's an interesting thing. I mean, this has been contentious from the beginning, and even after Microsoft, won with air quotes now, there were multiple indications over time that this maybe wasn't going to go through. It's weird. It just, it goes to show you that bitching and moaning, it works. I mean, in all facets of life. If you want a new car and your wife doesn't want it, I mean, there's your advice. If you don't get the seat you want in a restaurant, if your favorite baseball team is losing, I mean, honestly, this is your avenue. This might literally be wrong. What's wrong with this country if you want to boil it down to? Anyway, Amazon. So there you go. I'd love to hear if this ever comes out that they were right all along.